True world talent showcased tonight. Oh my goodness! You don't save those! What an immense goal! And it's a goal! Another very good finish. Never in doubt. It's magnificent. Oh, inch perfect. It's him again. Out of this world.
Aiming to get over their final heartbreak of last year, Real Madrid take on Osasuna for a place in the quarter-finals of the Copa. Carlo Ancelotti's side are unbeaten in their last 13 matches and hot favourites to beat a side who sit just 2 points clear of the bottom three in La Liga. Welcome to live coverage from the Santiago Bernabeu. Well, Ozzy and Quinton are with me for this one as well. Ancelotti, Ozzy, says that this is very important, this tournament, to his side, but where realistically does it sit on their list of priorities?
It is very important for them. Of course, it's not the number one. The number one is Champions League, and of course, the bread and butter that is the league. But the cup will be great. I mean, all the time, Real Madrid is one of the big favorites because in the way that it's playing in Spain with 2 games and so on, they're always there or thereabouts. So they're certainly trying to reach the final and, of course, win it. They didn't win it last season, so it would be great if they can do it this year.
They're unbeaten in the last 13 matches, but did they look very rusty against Celta?
They were very fortunate. I spoke to Ozzy before the game, and I don't know how Celta didn't end up getting a result from my game. Madrid weren't at the best, but sometimes they say when you're not playing well and you still get a result is a good sign. But I have to say they were very fortunate, and I was trying to figure out where Ronaldo was going to get these goals from, but all of a sudden he popped up with, I think, 2 goals at the end. But they were very fortunate against Celta.
And he's starting again today, Ronaldo, as is Gareth Bale. What do you make of their team selection?
Yes. In fact, he has put the best team that he can. The only player that is missing, in fact, is Alonso, but he has not been feeling very well in the last game. He still has some problem. After saying that, very good news for Real Madrid because they signed him for 2 more years, and this is, I believe that apart from Ronaldo, he's the most important player for Madrid. So he's playing. Ancelotti is playing a very strong team. Of course, that means he's going for a win, and he's trying to win in a big way.
That is big news, isn't it? Xabi Alonso signing a contract extension.
Very important player. I think there's a few clubs in the Premier League are probably looking at him thinking, was he going to sign? But good news for Real Madrid. But I have to say, I mean, since Messi's come back, you mentioned about Ronaldo not wanting to rest. I think now they've seen Messi come back and score 2 goals. He wants to play tonight and score.
Well, he of course scored his 400th career goal in the previous match against Celta. Do you think Real would try and kill this game off, kill this tie off?
Well, if you look at, I think if you look at the team Ancelotti's put out, if they can get a few early goals, I'm sure he'll make changes. But the team he's put out is definitely they mean business. And if you look at the record at home, I'm afraid Osasuna's the best they can get is a draw. But Madrid has been in fantastic form, even though they haven't been playing well. But once you've got Ronaldo in your team, I mean, anything is possible.
It's going to be very interesting in the position that Jesse is playing. In the last game, he played. In fact, Ronaldo moved to the middle. He was like a second centre forward next to Benzema, and Jesse was playing kind of in the position of Ronaldo. So it's going to be interesting if he plays in that kind of position tonight.
There we go. According to the graphic, just off Benzema. He's very popular with the fans, isn't he, Jesse?
Well, he's one of the young players. He's probably, I think, one of the best young players there. He's not I'm saying comparing to Ronaldo, but he likes to pick up the ball and run at people. He's very pacey, and I think he scored a winning goal against Valencia a couple of weeks ago. And if you see the celebration of the whole team, so it shows you how you know, when a local player comes through, and he's definitely one of them who's done well. So, like Ozzy mentioned, it'll be interesting to see how he features tonight in that position.
Well, this is the Osasuna lineup. As far as they're concerned, Ozzy, Real have won 22 of their last 23 home games. Does that just emphasise the massive task ahead of them just to avoid defeat?
Of course, and the manager have made 7 changes in respect to the last game that they have a very but certainly for them the league is everything. They are kind of struggling. They are very close to relegation, so this is certainly the #1 priority. They know that coming to the Bernabeu is going to be very difficult, so this is not the priority for them.
They've already tested Real this season, though. 2-2 draw, albeit at home.
All right, they were very unlucky not to win that game. They were winning 2-0. They have Ramos sent off for Real Madrid, so everything to win, but still they couldn't do it. So this is the kind of
on the road
psychological advantage that always Real Madrid have, whoever they are playing with.
OK, they're just about ready for the kickoff then out at the Bernabeu. Let's hand you over to our commentators, Terry Gibson and Kevin Keatings.
Thank you, Matt. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Santiago Bernabeu. Real Madrid played here only last Monday and turned in a pretty poor performance, despite the fact they beat Celta Vigo 3-0. They were very fortunate and flattered by that scoreline, but for a couple of good saves and some profligate finishing from Celta on the night, Real Madrid could quite easily have dropped points in their quest to close the gap on the top two, Barcelona and Atletico Madrid. But this is the Cup, Copa del Rey, last 16, first leg. Real Madrid will want to get the job done tonight. 6 changes from the team that played lower league opposition in the last round here in the second leg against Olympic Xàtiva. As you'd expect against La Liga opposition, Carlo Ancelotti's gone for a much more experienced team. Osasuna have made no less than 7 changes to the team that beat Espanyol in La Liga at the weekend. This is Modric. Well, that is positive. And I think, Terry, that's what Ancelotti would have called for after that performance against Celta. Let's get on the front foot, let's put in a consistent 90 minutes and get that job done.
And he, at the moment, is proving to be a really reliable player for Carlo Ancelotti's side. Great little step over, change of pace, genuine acceleration there from Modric. In all honesty, for a player with his ability, we probably feel he should have done better with the finish. That was the easier part. Garcia certainly knows at Real Madrid. If he didn't know, he's going to know now.
But his team, sorry Terry, his team certainly gave Real Madrid plenty to think about last month at the Reino de Navarra. Game finished 2-2, but Real Madrid were 2-0 down at one stage. Both the Osasuna goals scored by Oriol Riera, who'll look for similar good service here tonight. Here's Damian. This is Arribas. Loe. 1-2 with the referee from Riera. Osasuna's win over Espanyol lifted them out of the relegation zone. They began last weekend in it. Historically, they don't travel too well away from Pamplona. Been on the end of some heavy defeats at the Bernabeu over the years. But Ancelotti will know that Osasuna pitch up here on a decent run, no defeats in the last 5 games. That's offside against Benzema. Prior to that win over Espanyol, it was 4 successive draws for Osasuna. It's a narrow one, but the correct decision from the assistant on the near side. Helped on by Ronaldo, and plenty of time for Flanio to took out his goalkeeper, Riesco. Black handball given against De Las Cuevas.
I did wonder how they were going to line up with the quartet of attacking players, Real Madrid, and it's Bale on the right, Ronaldo on the left, and Hesse is playing just off of Benzema. She finished with a 4-4-2 formation against Celta Vigo. Slight alteration to it. In fact, Hesse's deeper.
It's a poor pass from Riera. There's a glimmer of a good opening there for Osasuna. But you're right, Terry, that change of formation late on in the match against Celta brought its reward in the end. A couple of goals in a centre-forward position for Ronaldo. Here's Hesse. He's highly rated young attacking player looking to find Benzema. Wouldn't drop for Hesse again. It's a very good challenge by Silva. Absolutely required as far as Osasuna were concerned.
It is Hesse, isn't it? He looks the double of Ronaldo. He plays up just behind Benzema there. Finds space really well, runs at the defence. Makes Arribas and Benzema maybe, possibly could have been a bit sharper.
Well, I know that the hierarchy here at Real Madrid believe Hesse is going to go right to the top of world football. Certainly has grown up in the right school, hasn't he? Years old. It's only his 4th start of the season. Marcelo. Now Iaramendi. Real Madrid kicking off with the very encouraging news that Xabi Alonso's agreed a new 2-year contract here. Palpable sense of relief after that. Here's Benzema, able to get on to the Ronaldo flick. Modric. Arbeloa. Iaramendi. Ramos with a start here on Riera. Just got a little bit lucky there, Sergio Ramos.
Set up a real good tempo, Ancelotti's side, with the ball, and not in possession as well. Of endeavour very quickly as well to win the ball back as soon as possible. And they've got the ball, they're really moving it around the midfield and into the attacking third. Hesse or Ronaldo or Bale dropping in and playing in between the line of midfield and defence of Osasuna.
Really good challenge there from Oyer. Drops here now for Riera. Silva. Back out with Riera. There's a nice turn. Decent save from Casillas. Cejudo with a shot. Casillas, of course, very short of games these days. Very much the second choice in the league to Diego Lopez. Here's De Las Cuevas. Showing some admirable adventure here, Osasuna. And they crown it with a goal. Turned away by Ramos.
Criticism of the Celta Vigo performance was the amount of chances that the Real Madrid defence gave up. And that time it's Osasuna, it's Cejudo. Tricky at the turn in the edge of the box. Wrong foot to Iaramendi. Recent goalkeeping from Casillas at his near post.
It's approaching 12 months since Iker Casillas last played in La Liga. Terry and I were looking at the possible number of senior games that Casillas can play ahead of the World Cup, and including tonight, 14 should Real Madrid get to both the Copa del Rey final and the Champions League final, where he is first choice as well over Lopez. Just about enough to be Spain's #1?
That's the debate. And I think it probably is, isn't it, for the World Cup? It's probably over 20 games this season, but it's not ideal for Casillas. I can't see it going on long term. And we're assuming that Diego Lopez stays injury-free, stays in top form. Casillas showing his form there. Early save down to his near post. Comfortable save for Casillas. I'd be very surprised though if we see this position next season with Casillas.
Carlo Ancelotti's been overseeing a decent run in terms of undefeated games. Haven't lost since the trip to Barcelona towards the end of October games. 10 of those have been victories. And he knows, even though this is his first season in Spain, that he'll have to deliver a trophy. It's the minimum they expect here. One a season. Mendy. Now Bale. Marcelo for Modric. Mendy's loose pass, stabbed forward by Torres.
Good shape about them, Osasuna, and Real Madrid have possession in the attacking half of the pitch. This player we're seeing challenging for the ball is the one player that's not getting back behind the ball. Plenty of energy in midfield and centre midfield and in the wide areas as well.
Arribas. Silva. Loe. Here's Riero. He's done well since coming up from the second division last season, where he was with Alcorcón. He's got 7 goals in 19 appearances so far for Osasuna. Oriol Riero. Space now for Ronaldo, who picks out Benzema. Looks for the far corner. Just got too much elevation on it. He was trying to bend it into the left side of Riesco's goal.
So always his intention, is it, to cut inside?
Left side as the keeper looks at it, of course, but first angle was deceiving. He was handsomely wide. He was dipping all the time, but ultimately not that bad an effort from Karim Benzema.
A bit too easy, wasn't it, defensive line from Oya to allow Benzema the shot.
Silva. Riera. Trying to find Torres, straight to Arbeloa. Sergio Ramos. Ronaldo. Luka Modric. Bale's available. The Real Madrid throw.
He's playing very infield down for them, almost at a central position. You could see when he was itching to get a little bit of space on his left foot to get his shot away from it to goal.
Modric. Ronaldo. Benzema. Now Marcelo. Modric. Arbeloa. Feeds the run here of Hesse. Real Madrid will get their first corner.
Patient build-up from Real Madrid. The movement off the ball was excellent. Those players looking to give their teammate an option who to pass the ball to.
The referee, who tonight is Perez Montero, having to call a halt to proceedings here. Looks like a head injury there for Oyer. Caught quite heavily by Ronaldo, accidentally.
In fairness, Ronaldo stopped immediately, didn't he? Knew that there'd been an accidental collision. Tried to get the game stopped.
yeah, quick to recover. Pepe for Modric. Jesse on the move, just out of his reach. It's certainly been noticeable how Gareth Bale has come off that right flank. Quite often in the opening quarter of an hour, the onus is then on Arbeloa to attack the space vacated from that right-back position. Incumbent as well when Bale comes in midfield. Others find movement and they don't start stepping on others' toes, but there's considerable attacking threat in that quartet, isn't there? Here's the threat in chief, Ronaldo. Brilliant work from him. Jesse! Oh, penalty given against Riesco. Osasuna cannot believe Perez Montero's decision. And Riesco is sure that he got a handsome hand to that before there was any contact with Jesse. Well, has he actually booked Jesse for the dive? Osasuna was sure that the referee had given a penalty. Let's have a look at it again, Terry.
Oh, Jesse doesn't do anything wrong, he gets taken out, but Riesco makes a full-blooded leap, gets the ball first, then there's a collision. It's not a dive, it's not a penalty. The game should have just continued. I was astonished why the referee stopped it. I was astonished initially, it was clear that Riesco got the ball first. I'm surprised though. You see the referee point to the spot. That's when I was astonished. I thought that didn't look a penalty. The reaction of Riesco didn't look one of an angry goalkeeper, more of bewilderment, and then you see Jesse get booked. It's not a dive.
What a nervous-looking referee, I have to say. He was beseeched to look to his assistant on this near side by the Osasuna players, and once he did so, the assistant was not flagging for the penalty. And he was the official who got that right, not the referee.
I think they both got it wrong. The assistant's too far away. It's the other side of the pitch. The referee should be in a better position. You'd hope he placed himself in the position to look straight down the line at it. It wasn't a penalty. It certainly wasn't a dive.
He had to look towards his assistant, though, didn't he? It was a cry for help from Perez Montero.
So there's no doubt it's onside. Jesse pass is slightly overhit from Ronaldo, but he's onside. That's cleared that up. And it's a good goal. It's just excellent goalkeeping from Riesco. And immediately the referee shouldn't blow the whistle there. I think once he's blown the whistle, he points to the spot. Then he's got to come up with something that he thinks justifies the reason why he stopped the game. The game should have just continued. There was no appeal from Jesse for a penalty. There was no debate.
Oh yeah, he's picked up the yellow card there, the header's flashed in! And that will be the opening goal for Karim Benzema and Real Madrid. Just moments after they thought they had a penalty, they certainly have got a goal, and it's the Frenchman, Karim Benzema.
There's no debate over this. Real Madrid have been on the front foot for the whole of the game so far, pushing, flooding players forward into attacking positions. Straightforward, in-swinging free kick. This will disappoint Javi Gracia. His team are working hard to contain Real Madrid from open play. It's a delicious in-swinging free kick from Luka Modric. But it's quite routine defensive stuff that Osasuna should be aware of and should do better. It's a cheap goal to give away against Real Madrid. I don't think it's going to be the last either. The way that Real Madrid have set about this game, the team that Ancelotti has picked, really going to try and put this tie out of reach this evening.
Here's Modric. It's a good challenge. Oh, I thought it was a fair winning of the ball there by Silva.
So I think Benzema, the player that scores, is just about level. Ramos is in an offside position. We are critical of referees and assistant referees at times, but we're seeing it in slow motion. It's breaking it down. I think they got it right.
Well, Ronaldo's thinking about it, even from 40 metres out. Iliescu on his toes. Looked ambitious. Ultimately turned out to be for Cristiano Ronaldo. So earlier challenge which was a little bit harsh on Silva, but Benzema climbing to conquer there, giving Real Madrid a first half lead.
Doesn't do an awful lot to lose his mark. It's just until the Osasuna players assume someone's going to head it away. Benzema just got himself in between two red shirts. All it needed was a flick goalwards, and it was always going to go in.
Incidentally, that puts Karim Benzema on 99 goals for Real Madrid. It's taken them just over 200 games. Normally, that would be a good return for a striker, but when you're in the same team as Cristiano Ronaldo, it looks very modest indeed.
It is still a good return for a striker.
It is. It most certainly
It's an old-fashioned return, isn't it? The top quality strikers were always judged upon. If you reach that level, you are a top striker. But then there's Messi, then there's Ronaldo. Take the barrier a touch higher, I would say.
Good to see Messi back on Wednesday night. And Barcelona's comfortable Copa del Rey win over Getafe. Came off the bench after a little over an hour if you missed the game. Was rusty for the first few minutes, but razor sharp after that, and 2 goals on his return after a couple of months out with that thigh problem. Good news for us, not such good news for the rest of Spain.
Yes, certainly defenders. He looks a good impact player, didn't he? He looks like he could be a really good sub. Lionel Messi for Barcelona.
There's Marcelo. Poor ball by Ioramendi. Osasuna can't do much with a brief moment in possession. Gareth Bale. Ioramendi. Loe, a little short for Silva. Chilean's done enough to find Damia. Ronaldo breezes away from Arribas. Here's Benzema.
There's no forward out ball for Osasuna, is there? So therefore, Real Madrid defence, midfield can pounce and be on the front foot when it comes to stepping in front of attacking players to try and win the ball back. Everything is to feet from Osasuna. Real Madrid defence haven't had to turn and run back towards their own goal on not one single occasion yet.
Good run from Arbeloa. Slightly overhit by Modric. Right idea, not quite the execution. Looked like a foul, and was by Riera on Pepe.
A swing from the Osasuna centre forward on Pepe across the shins.
Marcelo out of position here. Lowe. Silva for Oyer.
Again, we see pretty passing, little patterns in midfield, good passing as well. All the players, a team that's struggling this season, all confident on the ball, want the ball, but at the moment they're not getting anywhere. Actually, they're having to work really hard just to get across the halfway line. Real Madrid are putting them under pressure.
De las Cuevas for Silva. Demir. Modric just a little sleepy there. So took up the run of Cejudo. Now Marcelo. Bale. Hesse. Support from Marcelo. Mendy. Benzema. Marcelo. Bale. Mendy. Scored his first senior career goal. Mendy. The second leg of the last round here against Olympic Shativa. Unable to test Riesco on a decent side of goal. So much to look forward to at the weekend, none more so than our opener on Saturday. The top two, classic in prospect between Atletico Madrid and Barcelona. 6:55, Sky Sports 4. Do not miss it. Top two in the league. Tonight we're concentrating on the Cup, but all that league action to come at the weekend for you. From Osasuna's point of view, Terry, it's not been too bad, actually, the opening 28 minutes. As you said, it was a soft goal to concede. They haven't given away too many more chances to Real Madrid so far.
Certainly a game of containment from Gracia's side. Well drilled, well coached, well organised, and it's just Osasuna would like to have a little bit more of the ball in the attacking half, and of course the Real Madrid defence, one or two more problems.
Here's Riera.
Don't think we're going to see too many offsides tonight from Osasuna. Just need one or two players to make that run in behind off the ball and turn the likes of Arbeloa and Marcelo facing towards their own goal. At the moment, there's no threat of that, so the Real Madrid defence can push up really high, go tight on the players. Certainly, Torres and Cejudo have got the pace to trouble them in behind. Not so sure about Riera.
Demir, Lowe, Riera, all decent in the air. Lovely flighted free kick. Oh, plenty of of red shirts showing interest in that.
I think the line that Madrid start with is far too high. It's just inviting that cross in, and it's too far for Casillas to come and collect. So you with a head up downwards towards the far post, can't just get there on target. I think we should have started another 5 yards deep for that, Real Madrid.
Modric. Luka Modric will be in the Croatian team that kicks off the World Cup this summer. Their first game against the host Brazil in Sao Paulo. Marcelo, hope to be in that Brazil team, of course. Sergio Ramos, loose, and it's Hesse! Taken off Ronaldo's toe by Arribas, the captain. Otherwise, that was 2-0.
See Ronaldo initially offside, but once Hesse picks it up, Hesse does the right thing. A young player playing alongside Ronaldo, put it on the plate for him, tried to in the 6-yard box, and might have a future. It's certainly good defending again from Osasuna, last ditch challenge.
Marcelo. By Marcelo, too long for Pepe. Who I don't think was Marcelo's target anyway.
It's been a good start from Hesse. I think the highest compliment we can pay him is he looks totally in the right place, doesn't he?
Ronaldo, Terry, is going to the Ballon d'Or this Monday. What do you read into that? Hasn't always been the case when in previous years, when he's expected not to win it. He hasn't turned up on some occasions. What do we read into the fact that he's going?
He's probably got it.
Do you think so? Is that your gut feeling?
Yeah, I think it is. I certainly wouldn't have any complaints. We've got 3 players in the last 3. Could all merit winning it. Messi again, Frank Ribery, and I think Ronaldo is a fantastic player, particularly in the second half of the 2013. I think has been the best player in the world.
Of course, didn't win as many trophies as Frank Ribery. So many different criteria going to the winning of the Ballon d'Or. Certainly, of course, a stellar cast. Modric. Plenty of room here for Marcelo. Ronaldo for Benzema. Can't tease away past Arribas. Iaramendi. Ronaldo. The cleverest of challenges that from Francisco Silva.
You see, he tries to put his foot through the legs of Benzema. Couldn't resist the temptation. He'd been far better off just standing his ground and not allowing Benzema to turn. We saw Ronaldo with an earlier attempt, which was a longer range. This is more to his liking, I think.
Must be frustrating for Gareth Bale, who used to get over all of the situations for Tottenham in and around these areas, but has to defer, of course, to Real Madrid's famous number 7. And that was a better try. We've had that started a couple of metres to the right as we viewed it. Huesca was in trouble.
It's actually a couple of yards wide, isn't it? Huesca goes full length. I was pretty sure it's going to go wide of the goal. So it just curls away. Perhaps Bale will get the next one.
No. It's one of the first things Gareth Bale was asked when he joined Real Madrid. What's the story going to be over free kicks? Just simply replied in quite a matter-of-fact way. That is Cristiano Ronaldo's territory. Certainly, if fit and out there, Ronaldo will be over virtually all of them. Now Silva with the free kick here for Osasuna. Easy pickings for Pepe. Modric. Marcelo. Benzema wanting the pass. Marcelo looking for him, cut out by Flanio. Cejudo. Ronaldo drops here for Bale. Esse. It's Gareth Bale. Flags up. Side against Ronaldo.
See, despite the deflection as Bale strikes the ball, Ronaldo was clearly offside. Stood pretty firm, haven't they, the defence of Osasuna, particularly two central defenders, Arribas and Miguel Flanio.
Osasuna's last visit to the Bernabeu brought the curtain down on the Jose Mourinho era. Final game of last season. It was 2-2 up until about 20 minutes some time, until Real Madrid eventually ran out 4-2 winners. Javi Gracia, the Osasuna coach, came in after the previous incumbent in the job, Jose Luis Mendilibar, lost the opening 3 games of the season. Gracia was the man who won promotion last season with Almeria. Here's Gareth Bale. Need space for the shot. He was always going to take it on. I'm not sure all his body weight was over the ball.
It appears he rushed it. Before cuts across the ball and slices it high and wide. We've caught you.
He's hoping that he'll be taking the match ball home tonight.
No, he's had second thoughts. He's old enough to think.
Quite right. Oh yeah. Riera wants it over the top. It's his first run in behind, really, and it might bring some reward as well. And Pepe had to deal with it. Couldn't be sure that Casillas was going to get the crucial interception. Terry, you brought that up in commentary earlier. Riera had not really spun in behind the defence, but he did here.
It's taken 38 minutes, and I think the element of surprise. The rest of the game, it's been into his feet, into his chest, and one time they've spun it in behind, he's been on his toes and on the same wavelength as his midfield player, and it did cause a problem for Pepe and Casillas.
By De Las Cuevas, there's the chance, and it's wide. Wonderful opportunity for the right back. Oh yeah.
And as Palace does really well for the set piece, they keep the ball in the danger area. You can see a right-footed player here swinging his left foot. Here's a full-back. In that position, though, he should at the very least be hitting the target.
Arbeloa. Bale.
possession. See 4 attempts at goal for Real Madrid, 3 for Osasuna. They'll be delighted if they can get to half-time and just the 1-goal deficit. Something to get their teeth stuck into in the second half. 2 goals behind by half-time. Maybe 1 or 2 players in their current plight thinking that the tie might have been beyond them already. It certainly isn't the case at the moment.
Second leg of this Copa del Rey 5th round tie, incidentally, comes up in Pamplona next Wednesday. We'll be following the Spanish Cup all the way to the final. Real Madrid and Barcelona, for your information, on the opposite sides of the draw, so could have a Clasico final. Just a little over-aggressive here was the former Barcelona player, Damian. Mendy. Gareth Bale. Hesse. Benzema. It's for Hesse again. A little statuesque. Osasuna defenders there, but Hesse was certainly on the move.
To break into that final third and create clear-cut chances despite all the possession, and particularly good possession in the attacking half of the pitch. Loads of white shirts and forward attacking positions.
Free kick against disgruntled Arbeloa. Cruyff turn there from Torres, just unsettled the Real Madrid right back. Lowe. This is Cejudo. Well, Real Madrid started off very purposefully in the opening 8-9 minutes. Looked like they had the intent, which Ancelotti certainly would have sent them out with, to try and get a couple of early goals and really make this a comfortable first leg. Hasn't turned out that way. They've had a decent amount of the ball, Osasuna. They've had a couple of good goal-scoring opportunities. As we approach half-time, well into this first leg, the away side. Cejudo. Offside given. A little sleepy and putting himself back on side there, Alvaro Cejudo.
Scored their goal from a set piece. Real Madrid, you can see Osasuna as soon as that ball went out. Immediately chose to switch on, concentrate. And they haven't.
Marcelo. It's a real slice. Clearly not what they intended there, Osasuna.
It was critical of the fullback missing a chance. That'd be critical of the centre forward there, slicing one away in his own box.
Marcelo. If they get to half-time, just 1-0 down, they'll be satisfied, Osasuna, with this first half. Ronaldo with other ideas. On he goes here, Ronaldo! The flag denies him, but so too did Riesco. That had to be tight. It was correct.
It's an imaginative little flick though, isn't it, from Modric? Probably just delayed it a little bit too much as Ronaldo was already on the move, wasn't it? Difficult for Ronaldo to hold his run there and try and stay off into an onside position.
Perez Montero blows for half-time. The only goal of this Copa del Rey fifth round first leg tie scored by Karim Benzema from a set piece. Osasuna will be disappointed with the conceding the goal, but otherwise they're going okay. 1-0 at the Bernabeu.
Well, it's not been a vintage Real Madrid performance so far, but crucially, they have the lead. Quinton and Ozzy will give you their thoughts on everything they've seen after the break. It was Karim Benzema who scored the only goal of the game so far after a fantastic delivery from Luka Modric. Analysis is next.